Hi there, I'm Martha Van Dam, and this is Living Beyond. I'm sitting outside my office during my lunch break today, enjoying the beautiful weather, the beautiful spring weather, a nice breeze. So I've got a question for you today. What is the best piece or one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given? A number of years ago, it was in fall of 2016, I received a diagnosis of cancer. And clearly that brings with it a world of emotions and life changes and learning new language for words you've never heard of before. So an awful lot was going on. And in the midst of all of those early days with lots of stress and lots of unknowns, an aunt told me something that I considered one of my best pieces of advice during that situation. And what she said to me was that look at this whole experience like a smorgasbord. When you go to the smorgasbord or the covered dish dinner, you don't eat everything all at once. You take a spoon out of this dish and you put it on your plate. Then you take a spoon out of another dish to try and you put it on your plate. One thing at a time, you put it on your plate. And then you go back to your table and you taste the new things, one thing at a time. And at some point in time during that meal, you look over and you notice, oh, there's a dessert table. I think I want to go try a dessert. And so you go over and you get some dessert and you bring it back to your table. But still, you're trying these things all one thing at a time. And her advice was so perfect because in the midst of my particular cancer journey, it felt like there were so many things I suddenly needed to either be learning or taking or dealing with or giving attention to, so many things. And the lesson for that for me was, if you deal with this one step at a time, you'll be okay. And there would be times during the process that I would find myself worrying about something that was going to happen 2 steps ahead or 3 or 5 steps ahead. Maybe I was in chemotherapy treatment and I would start to get terribly worried about the surgery or about the radiation. And I would remember those words and I would think, this is a smorgasbord. And I'm to take this one spoon at a time. So I'm to deal with the chemo and not just all of chemo, but today's chemo and what side effects I'm feeling today. That's what I need to worry about and deal with is today, not next week, not the next treatment, today. The moving on forward is like grabbing everything all at one time. We can't manage it all at one time, but one thing at a time we can. So what is the difficulty that you're dealing with right now? Whatever it may be, is it possible that you may be on some days that you're dealing with your issue, you may be trying to take on you may be trying to deal with more than one bite at a time. That's my reminder to you today. It was the best advice I think that I got during my cancer journey, and I hope that it'll be helpful for you today. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.